abusuan for say ope baby e di wutuma papa bi so what you say engagement wedding asori ope so ukọ serve unkrofo bi a particular place wo ye dwuma de bi won kran ka so area ho na say ope so kokọ den ukọ serve unkrofo bi catering services rent house what you say ceremony bi a naming ceremony ayie ni nyina kona ko hu Goshen event venue ewo Kaswa Eon City more Presby kwan no so ho no ma so ho a very nice place tier rubber e bi ano nche so ati ase demufu ho e kama very serene environment so ho o for kona ko hu omo numbers and that screen so no from WhatsApp yo na one omo ndi edwuma bi abeso di bia ombe sort out kama.
Okay, we say TV Ghana, but not like no comment no share money and so ide. Nya bi ahwe na we say election na ko yi parliamentaries ni bi ho eba nsem na nsen so like 6 constituencies bi ni other places bi so ho eba asem kakra na ho ba eba asem no sake of NDC for reactions bi towards EC officials no gina bi council by force so mun declare ba na mo na NDC for because Dr. Mahmoud mi ababe consider defeat to no more to try 70 at the from my the rest of the parliamentary season I come me wa na MPP for a sit on my winning and no person the katashi the chinchime on once and no from now we and say no because of FDC for no reactions on me they will have to recollect the whole thing no my day my down will be no my kind near man for the rightful winner of the election. So what I said. Now we NDC for some months here. So far as EC officials no, I'm gonna declare for more NDC for no. Now EC dey no baby no munyim tu. Na the mother call high court. Mother call high court. High court judge ne a ruling no the buy no. Still no so more there omo bonyo so. High court judge ruling ne dey nanka. Original my friend is the rightful owners of the seat. And I said the rightful winners of the seat, which is MPP for the Bioma when you almost sit no, how much mind is it for? And I can and remain. But almost say Monty I say and judge no or high court no will leave ye and then they fine. But almost the year they almost the high court. Sorry, I'm the Supreme Court. Supreme Court now almost the court and a ruling now they are back that particular enrano. Ruling now they are back. NDC for the jiggy. Meanwhile, ruling no is here nor there. Ruling no is specifically on the conduct of the judge, the High Court judge. Say there are Mranimunio be on man as a High Court judge, no also why you want ye. That's the simplest form of meeting teach my more. So it's on some go back to High Court. No yempe High Court judge for because the economy is conducting the whole us. So this one it does not have any impact on the case. So what I say, it's go different court, different judge. No conducting who you know the all access issue no the whole case in the for said the only call High Court now. Now if you correct ruling near the embryo out. So it's either say the rightful winners will still be declared. So but the fact that Supreme Court question that particular ruling now. High Court judge back on the mind then this before na fan say we need elections. Fine, we understand the fact say so far as I have questions recollation and definitely no more no you are recognized. But the point is until say you must call High Court. I'm a High Court judge for I said yes, I'm not to say the name High Court what no. You can't be what a parliamentary candidate. So what I say, although said the law recognizes you as at the moment until say a better could do. Meanwhile, High Court almost on the on 31st December. So after High Court ruling the bar, but the Nigerian DC for the number group and say 9 years ago. Or for Kono to the multimedia concept form. Now or more graphic design video animation branding in already. And for a mama for young court, you 2 million Chelsea, young Supreme Court judges no or more ruling no more the buy no. You are call NDC for no reactions be on my man. Now if you call correct private practitioners, so legal practitioners, or more the interpretation of what the Supreme Court said.
We have taken note of the fact that the applicants did not contend that there had been earlier completed collations in respect of Nsawam Aduajiri and Ahafwano North constituencies per paragraph 8 of the affidavit sworn to by Fifi Fiabikwete dated 16 December in support of the motion for judicial review filed by the applicants on 16 December 2024. Since the orders which have been brought to be quashed are separate and distinct, we have decided to exercise our discretionary power to quash by certiorari, having regard to the peculiar circumstances of each ruling. Consequently, we hereby quash the orders of mandamus made for collation of results by the Electoral Commission in the following constituencies. 1. Okaikwe Central. 2. Ablekuma North. 3. Tema Central. And 4. Techiman South. Accordingly, the collation of results in the above constituencies by the Electoral Commission after 20th December 2024 on the orders of the court are hereby set aside. For the avoidance of doubt, the orders of the High Court made in respect of Nsawam Aduajiri and Ahafwano North are not affected by this order, our order, and in effect, those declarations stand. Despite quashing the orders stated above, the applications for mandamus themselves are still alive and ought to be heard and determined.
Still alive and ought to be heard, which means that until say hearing no ever cause ama high court judge, new high court judge no may appointed a manatana case no so no ebe we no wo a friend say NDC for na muji money no and it's NC pay like aha so and so my fan work up na we almost like omo message educate omo crofo no it's serious.
Six constituencies that have come to the Supreme Court, 4 of them have been declared null and void. Of course, the court is asking that they have to go back, and then the orders of the court has been nullified. So you can see some party faithful jubilating over there in all of that. So basically the Supreme Court has spoken, and then the parties will have to come back again on the Tuesday, the 1st of December, for a decision to be taken in relation to the mandamus. So I have Dr. Justice Remsai, who has also been at the Supreme Court. Just help us understand what the decision of the Supreme Court is really to the already declared seat. The court is saying that in respect of 4 out of 6, the order has been quashed. What does it mean?
Yes, so you would recall that in the facts, 2 of the constituencies had not yet been declared, and 4 of them were declared. So the court's ruling is that those 4 that were not declared, the order was quashed in respect of them. And what it means is that there is no order for recollation as we described it in the case. And so the court's further direction is that those cases are supposed to continue. And as you can see, the point we have always been making has been that no court really has jurisdiction to refuse to hear a person who is an interested party or who's in respect of whom an order will be affected. So to the extent that the court expressly refused to accept these people, to hear them, is a fundamental flaw in the whole case. And so the court went further to take the case from the judge, basically saying that what you did shouldn't be done, and we want people to have confidence in the judiciary. So even though we are not saying that you have done anything untoward, what we are saying is that we want people to feel that they are being heard, and that is why they moved the case from that judge, and the case will be assigned to a different judge to hear the matter.
So with those parliamentary candidates, those who were affected specifically with the NDC candidate, what should they be thinking right now? Are they winners as had been declared earlier by the AC?
No, as far as our position is concerned, and the position, once the order is quashed, we revert to the status quo ante, which is what used to be before the order of 20th December. So what it means is that they had already been declared. And the argument that the EC had been making that they would redeclare, now that case will be heard on the merits, whether there should be a redeclaration, as we call it, a recollation. Because our position has always been, and that is the point of conflict. While the MPP guys are saying that they don't believe the results could be collated and recollated and the EC can correct its own mistake, we are of the view that once results have been declared, and the EC has been, abiding by this principle for some time, and once the result has been declared, the only way you can challenge it is when it's gazetted and then you file a petition. That has been our point. So now I believe that will be the argument before the court, whether or not there should be an order of recollation.
So, it's jubilation and NDC for any big jubilating, like they don't even understand the whole process. And no matter no muti or money. We yalla. What a yokoti a judic Tamakune or Molaya or Supreme Court on the Gina Simnima. Or no point to me reacted to the whole thing. Maybe actually another Merry Christmas or the Yankuni.
Council.
The only thing I want to say is that we are grateful to the court and nothing else. And Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas.
Thank you.
Okay, so that is ADG Samako. He will have short.
Lawyers, only Gina Cinema one carry. It didn't see the one carry. What the assembly with him say, Adiano is here nor there since I hope. Whether I quash you, dear and dear, still now, we will have to hear it again. Dear, yes, I could this case in me. That's all my words.
Okay, let's hear from Baba.
The law has spoken. Earlier, I told you that we're optimistic and hopeful that it's going to, the true mandate of the people will still stand. We're grateful to the courts for heeding our request. The law has spoken. Merry Christmas, Happy New Year. And then to everybody in the Kaikwe Central, now you know I'm still MP-elect for Kaikwe Central. Okay. Yes.
Any comments from you? Where our confidence in the law has, borne its fruits, and we're happy to go and continue. I think it's important that everybody understands that this is just the beginning of our work, and I think that this experience equips us to be able to represent all our people a lot better. So we're very grateful and for the opportunity, and also we want to say hello to Ghanaians and our constituents. Merry Christmas, Happy New Year. So that is the reaction from some. So let's hear from Rabna Orin as well in relation to these orders that have been made by the High Court.
Well, I think it's a good day for country. The whole world is watching, not just Ghana. So I think it's just the beginning of coming together as one people. And then I think it redeems the image to an extent of our courts and our judges. So it's all well and good. All well and good.
Okay, so that is Rabna Obin also giving us a reaction in relation to what has just happened at the Supreme Court. So the Supreme Court has spoken, and the decision is that 4 out of the 6 constituencies, disputed constituencies, have been in relation to.
All right, thank you very much.
Okay, so that's basically what is happening here, and the decision has been made, and then the parties have spoken, the Supreme Court has spoken, and the decision is that 4 out of Council, you have monitored whatever has transpired in the Supreme Court and all that. Does this surprise you, or what do you make of the decision of the Supreme Court?
No, it doesn't really surprise me, because I think the Supreme Court's decision is even hinged on the Alden ultra partem rule that let the person be heard. So the mere fact that there was notice that they had an interest in it and they were not heard the court says that it's been elevated to constitutional right. So even administrative bodies, when they are bound by that, how much more the court? So it is only on that decision, and they are saying that the ones that were not declared that there was collation that should stand, that is in Sawam and Ahafano. The ones that had been declared, they should be given the opportunity and be heard. That is the 4 that they mentioned. And if you look at it, the court process that were filed, it was on the 6th constituency. But whilst they were doing the recollation, they did 7. So I'm sure the legal team will sit down and look at the other. I haven't heard anything about the Obuasi East. So I'm sure the party and the candidates will sit down and see how we go forward.
It is I need to be no much in the crowd. What do you go put this particular MPP, a lawyer, or not in charge of the band?
Well, I think that's the decision of the court, and we all abide by it. I mean, essentially, nothing has changed. The bottom line is that they claim they were not heard by the court in the Madamu's application. So the court said these 4 constituencies, which have been listed by them, should go back to the High Court, okay, for them to file their response, for the court to make another order for Mandamus, for EC to go and collate the results and declare the winner. Nothing has changed. In essence, that's what the court is saying. So, really, it's not about jubilation. But then the other constituencies, and then there was no collation. So the court said that one should stand. So that one, no collation again, it's going to stand. But the 4 they are listing, that will go back to the court on Tuesday for the court to make another order for collation and declaration. Simplicity.
You have a limited time to work with, knowing that swearing in will be done.
Well, that is correct. That's why we are at a holiday. I'm very, very tired, but we are still coming to work. So, it's unfortunate, but to me, it's national service. So we'll go back to the court on Tuesday to get it done.
What is your plan, knowing that the case will be reopened?
There's no plan. We just go back to the court for an order. The same order. We are just simply saying, Electoral Commission, constitutional body, proceed to go and do collation and declaration. That is what we are saying. So we'll go back to the court. They will file their response as the court has ordered, and then the court will hear both sides, make an order, and then we'll make progress.
And give us your position on the CI 127, the part about recollation not being catered for in the law.
There isn't any recollation. The collation was not done at all. I've seen Joy News every time you come about recollation, redeclaration. There is no collation at all. There's no collation. There has to be collation and declaration. And I made a point. If you thought that you won the elections, why preventing collation and declaration? If you won the election, why prevent collation and declaration? So I don't get the point. There has to be collation and declaration by the Electoral Commission. So Tuesday we'll go back to the court to go and have it done.
And there are scores of NPP supporters who are watching us now who are not necessarily pleased with the outcome today. What do you have to tell them?
Oh, they should not be worried. You see, nothing really has happened, which to me is bad today. All right? The EC did collation and declaration in the affected areas. And they said they were not heard on the application. They came to court to say that they were not heard. The court said it's a fundamental rule to be heard. So go back to the court and have your matter heard. So it's simplicity. We are going back on Tuesday. They will file their response, okay, on why they think that there was collation or there was no collation. The court will hear the matter, make an order for EC to go and make collation and declaration. That is the point. So it's not about recollation. So this word recollation, there is no collation at all.
Finally, in Sawam Aduajiri and the other one, Ahafano South, if the Ahafano North, if the NDC decides to contest that again on a separate platform, what will you do? Because they could injunct that.
That is up to them. The court has spoken already, so that ends the matter.